Losing that one person you never even dated, it's a different kind of heartache. You invest so much emotion, so much of your daydreams and hopes, into someone who never saw you in the same light. You find yourself analyzing every interaction, every glance, trying to find a hint of something more. We never dated, yet every laugh, every conversation felt like it was building to something more. It's a roller coaster of emotions, feeling so connected to someone one day and utterly invisible the next. You keep asking yourself where it went wrong, even though it never really started. It's this limbo of feelings, too much for just friends, but not enough to be anything more. And it leaves you there wondering, trying to make sense of feelings that were never reciprocated, questioning if they ever noticed your affection at all, if I had a flower for every time I thought of you. I could walk through my garden forever.
Do people get tired of each other after being together for a long time? When two people spend a lot of time together, they become very familiar with each other. You might argue about small things and feel tired, and start thinking that you don't like each other anymore, and that you're not a good match. Then you meet someone else, and you feel like that person is great for you, even better than your current partner. You have fun conversations that seem to last for hours. You treat each other with kindness, and you seem to forget about your current partner. But in this moment, it is important for you to remember that when you first got together, you also had endless things to talk about. You should know that feelings can become ordinary over time, and it's only with people you don't know well that you have a lot to talk about. Real feelings show up when you have nothing to talk about, and excitement turns into true love. If you can overcome this phase, then you realize that there's nothing in this world that can break your bond.
So what's wrong with you?
Excuse me?
People take this job to get away from something. So what's wrong?
Everything's fine, just getting some fresh air.
Well, escaping isn't always something bad.
Running away is easy. It's the leaving that's hard.
What does it mean to let go? No, seriously. Plenty of fish in the sea, they say. It is what it is. But then you wonder, okay, but how? Is the answer to push them away, blame them rationally, pretend you don't love someone you love? That sounds like a plan. But what happens when you catch a glimpse of them in public? What happens when you remember what could have been or what was? Ignoring your feelings isn't healthy, you know. It's as bad as opening up to them. So how do you really let go? You let go by holding on as long as you need to. You welcome those feelings. Feel all the love, the longing, the ache. Write letters you'll never send. Fill journals with every emotion. When they say, just let go, it means embracing the feelings. Because if you just shove them down, it'll mess up your next relationship or the one after that. Or who knows how long it'll last. So, feel it all. Write it out. Talk it out with your close friends. Let those feelings flow freely. Hold on as tight as you can until eventually you let go. Effortlessly.
And finally, he didn't reply to my last message, and I didn't send another one. We just disappeared from each other's worlds. I used to want to find an answer, but now I realize there's no need for me to ask, because when I look back, every detail is actually the answer. I don't know what I want anymore. I thought I wanted you, but now I'm not so sure. All these things you said to me, I'm not sure what to believe anymore. The only thing I'm thinking right now is, I don't know how long I can do this. Someone said to me, if you want something very badly, set it free. If it comes back to you, it's yours forever. If it doesn't, it was never yours to begin with. I really wish you would come back, but I think you never will. Never allow someone to be your priority while allowing yourself to be their option. And sometimes, ever has it been that love knows not its own depth until the hour of separation.
I have some questions I want to ask you. If you were in a room with everyone you ever met,
who would be the one you look for? If someone gave you a box of everything you have ever lost, what is the first thing you would look for if you had the chance to relive one day of your life? Which day would it be, and why? If you could receive a letter from your future self, what advice or insight would you hope to find in it? Imagine you have a chance to revisit a moment from your past. Which moment would you choose, and what would you do differently, if anything, if you had the opportunity to have a deep conversation with any person, living or deceased? Who would it be, and what topic would you discuss? If you had to define your purpose in one sentence, what would it be, and how does it influence the choices you make in your daily life? Who would you say you are, the voice inside your head, or the one who hears it? And are you living your life consciously or compulsively?
I'm just tired of being scared all the time, not knowing why. I'm tired of being trying to change and not knowing how.
You look tired. Sorry. I mean that in the best way possible. You will always look stunning to me, even with bags under your eyes, or even if you're slouching from fatigue. You will always be the wonderful person that I fell in love with. I will always love you. From the very first moment I saw you, from behind the bushes, I've always loved you. But what I was trying to say is that if you're tired, how about coming to bed with me and resting your head on my lap? You always enjoy my lap.
I just love you for you. I love how excited you get when you talk about your interests. Your cute little laugh when you're happy. The way you get so small when you curl up in my arms. I love seeing my little boy happy. And every time I look at you, I feel so lucky to have you in my life.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? Life's a bitch and then you die, right?
Sometimes. Sometimes life's a bitch and then you keep living.
Yeah.
What if I can't find anyone like her again? Oh, you won't. You'll never find anyone like her again. That's never gonna happen. That's fine. There's no one else like her. No one's ever been born like her before. She's her own unique individual self. And what you had with her can never be replicated. It's done. If it's over, it's over. So now it's just part of your life and it's part of your makeup and who you are.
Repeat to yourself that they're not really gone. Time has proven that fooling yourself into believing the lie is the most effective way to deal with things you have no control over.
Learn to let go of what leaves. Because sometimes what we think is a goodbye forever is actually just to see you soon. If it's meant for you and it leaves, just know that it's going to come back when the timing is right. Sometimes things fall apart temporarily so that they can fall into place permanently.
I hate me! What did you just say? I said I hate me! I hate myself! You've made me realize I hate myself.
You're my good boy. And I'll do everything in my power to make you my happy good boy. You deserve every kind of comfort. Every kind of comfort that I can give you. Darling, you are the sweetest thing I've ever known. You make me so happy beyond anything that you could ever perceive. Whenever I see a text from you, or just see you from across the room, or the best when I see you smile, you make my heart sing. joy. You're so cute. Yeah. Mommy loves you. You know that? Yeah. You're so cute. Do you think you can do something for me? Do you think you can? Yeah? I think you can too. Look at me. Good job. Sit for me. Good job. Such a good boy. I'm so proud of you. Mommy's so proud of you.
I really do love you. You're such a kind person. I've waited for so long to be able to protect you as well. But it appears I'm not strong enough for that. It seems I can't do anything right. But I promise you that for as long as my heart beats, I will love you.
Stare at your pictures.
You're the only thought that ever fills my mind. In fact, I think I might have been living through you for a long time.
But I know it'll never happen.
Listening to what you do all day. Pretending that I'm right there with you. In the outside world.
That will never happen.
Pretending that the people you talk to is me. That I can see fine. That I'm a normal girl with a normal boyfriend.
Every word you say sends goosebumps.
You will never know if something is meant for you if you don't give it a proper chance. Whether it's a relationship, a new job, a new city, or a new experience. Throw yourself into it completely and don't hold back. If it doesn't work out, then it probably wasn't meant for you and you'll walk away without regret, knowing that you put your whole heart into it. That's all you can ever do.
Hi! Okay, I know I just saw you this afternoon, but it's been such a long time, and you were the last person that I expected to see today, and surprisingly, it just made me really happy. You look good. I mean, like, you know, like you're taking care of yourself, and you seemed really happy, and I'm happy for you. It was great to talk to you again. You were my best friend, so I've missed that. Maybe we could be friends again? But if not, I completely understand. We can leave things in the past, but after how it all ended, I'm just glad that we can still laugh with each other, like no hard feelings, you know? I'm happy that we moved past everything. But that's it. I was just calling to say that it was really nice seeing you again.
Just let them. If they want to choose something or someone over you, let them. If they want to go weeks without talking to you, let them. If they are okay with never seeing you, let them. If they are always putting themselves first, let them. If they are showing you who they are and not what you perceive them to be, let them. If they want to follow the crowd, let them. If they want to judge or misunderstand you, let them. If they act like they can live without you, let them. If they want to walk out of your life and leave, hold the door open. And if they lose you, you were never theirs because you were always your own. So let them show you who they truly are, not tell you. Let them prove how worthy they are of your time. Let them make the necessary steps to be a part of your life. Let them earn your forgiveness. Let them call you to talk about ordinary things. Let them take you out on a Thursday. Let them talk about anything and everything just because it's you they are talking to. Let them have a safe place in you. Let them see the heart in you that didn't harden. Let them love you.
I haven't really been feeling like myself lately. When I wake up, I don't want to do anything, and when I get out of bed, I don't do anything. I just kind of waste my time. It's funny because I have all these goals and ambitions, but I just can't bring myself to accomplish any of them. Like, I used to make music and art and do all these cool things, but I don't even want to fucking clean my room anymore, and I don't know why. Like,
I wanted to vanish so completely that even I would not remember me. No feelings, no memories, just the freedom of oblivion. It took me 3 years to understand this. You can't force someone to love you. I spent so much time fighting for one-sided affections, trying to prove my worth to people who clearly didn't see what I was offering them. I thought that if I was kind enough, caring enough, present enough, maybe they'd end up seeing in me what I hoped they'd see. But the harsh reality is that you can't beg for love. These 3 years have been a journey, a series of lessons learned in pain and hope, and you're one of the people who figured that out. I finally understood that love has to be reciprocal to be true. It has to come naturally, without you having to overexert yourself or lose yourself in the process. I learned the signs to recognize unrequited love, to listen to my intuition and whispers that I deserve better. I have learned that my self-esteem doesn't depend on the approval of others. I have learned to love myself, to recognize my own merits without needing someone else to validate them. There is a Japanese legend that says, when two souls are destined to be together, they are connected by an invisible thread. No matter the time, place, or situation, this thread may stretch or tangle, but it will never break. Another legend says, if a boy ever loses his loved one, he will search for her in everyone he meets. If you can't sleep at night, it's because you're awake in someone else's dreams. The sun and moon yearned for each other, but time kept them apart. So, God painted the skies with eclipses, proving that even the most improbable love can unite. You wear the face of who you loved most in your past life. When our eyes meet, the whole world falls silent and time stands still. Nothing else exists apart from you and me when our eyes meet. If you're losing everything, remember, trees lose their leaves every year, yet they still wait for things to come. I think obsession is only able to happen when someone is unavailable to us. Because if someone is truly with you, physically, emotionally, and intellectually, then there is no room for the obsession to come in. So if you're obsessed with someone, you're probably obsessed with that space in between. You're obsessed with the version of the person that you've created in your mind, because you're not able to get to know them in reality. And perhaps you don't even really want them. Perhaps you simply want them to want you. Notice how the obsession fades away once you get that person. That's because you're not obsessed with them, but rather with the space, the gap, that emptiness, which is only a reflection of the emptiness, incompleteness, and disconnect within yourself. It is an absolute human certainty that no one can know his own beauty or perceive a sense of his own worth until it has been reflected back to him in the mirror of another loving, caring human being. If you find yourself falling in love because someone brings laughter into your life, what happens when their jokes no longer amuse you? If you fall in love because of someone's beauty, how will your feelings endure when the relentless march of time erodes that beauty? And if your love is anchored in the financial security someone provides, what will happen if their wealth evaporates? True love, in its purest form, transcends all conditions and superficial reasons. When you genuinely love someone, you stop seeking reasons and explanations for your affection. It's a love that sees beyond humor, beauty, or wealth. This kind of love is unwavering and unconditional, not tethered to the changing tides of circumstance or appearance. At the core of true love, there lies a bond that defies rational thought. The acceptance and appreciation of one another exactly as they are, regardless of what life may bring. Isn't it weird to consider how so many versions of yourself exist in other people's minds? Some may see you as a reserved person who rarely speaks, while others might see you as someone who never stops talking. Some may view you as kind and caring, while others interpret you as cold and distant. Some may even see you as timid. The truth is, the you that people perceive is an illusion that is constructed based on conditioning environmental influences fear, greed, and other ego-driven factors. The genuine you resides beyond all of these perceptions, simply observing. This true self isn't separate from anyone else because there is no inherent separation. We are all interconnected, like leaves on the same tree. It's funny because you can't find the same person twice, even in the same person. You are not the voice inside of your head. You are what hears it. Do not let others' perception dictate your actions.